Romans 12 verse 3 says, "For by the grace given me, I say to every one of you, do not think of yourself more highly than you ought, but rather think of yourself with sober judgment, in accordance with the faith God has distributed to each of you." Today our topic is feed your faith daily. Have you had your breakfast yet? If not, you probably should. We need strength for the day. And what are you feeding yourself spiritually today? It's easy to give in to negative thoughts and fears about how things may turn out based on our past experiences. In Matthew 17:17, Jesus refers to the people of his day as "you unbelieving and perverse generation." Sounds pretty familiar, right? Much as they were, the generation we live in today has become a faithless generation. That means that we must constantly fight the defeatist attitude that's portrayed by the culture, the media, the educational system, the workplace, and sometimes even our own friends. Unless we recognize this, the faithlessness all around us can wear us down by diluting our own faith. That is, unless we keep refilling at the source of life, Jesus. That is why it is so important for us to feed our faith daily on God's Word. How can we be fed by God's Word if we don't even open the book? Jesus said in Matthew 17, verse 20, "Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." Notice that Jesus isn't referring to a mountain you encountered years ago. He said, "Say to this mountain." He wants us to exercise our faith today. The past is gone, and the future isn't here yet. What matters is, what are you doing with your faith today? Jesus says, if we have faith as a mustard seed, nothing will be impossible for us. A mustard seed is so tiny that it can get stuck between our teeth. But Jesus says in Matthew 13:32, "Though it is the smallest of all seeds, yet when it grows, it is the largest of garden plants and becomes a tree, so that the birds come and perch in its branches." Is your faith multiplying like that? Now you might say, "I don't have any faith." Oh, yes, you do. Paul says that God has dealt each one of us a measure of faith. When we activate our faith, miracles happen. Even if you only have an ounce of faith left, you have what you need to prevail. But faith only works when it becomes the language that you speak and the attitude that you maintain. The enemy doesn't want you to know that, because when you do, you won't just think about what is happening. You will start thinking about what is possible. So back to our original question. What have you fed your faith today? Make sure your faith gets a good meal today, and tomorrow, and the next day. You get the idea. Divorce Care, a 13-week class, connects people dealing with divorce with a caring, supportive group of people who will help you navigate through the emotions, pitfalls, and difficulties of this crisis time in your life. The group begins this Wednesday, August the 24th, from 6:30 to 8 p.m. here at the church in room 111 and 112. You can contact the office if you'd like more information. Our youth group resumes this Sunday from 5 to 7. Dinner is at 5, followed by games, a report from students who attended the 12 conference, and small groups. Our high school prayer breakfasts are back. High school students are invited to join us for a freshly made hot breakfast, Bible study, and a time of prayer every Monday morning. Breakfasts are at 8 a.m., and we dismiss by 8:45 so that everybody has time to get to school. And rides to school are also available. We hope that you will join us in worship this Sunday at 9 or 11 o'clock. And if you can't make it in person, be sure to join us on our Facebook or YouTube page at the Village Church at World Golf Village. Did you know that well over 300 people were watching last Sunday? But of course, we always love to see you in person. Have a great weekend, church. And if you're watching some football tomorrow night, remember, go Steelers.